Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Super Stock Bros. My name is Ace, and today we're going to be talking about 5 SPACs that are entering into my top 5, plus a few more you want to keep an eye on. So stay tuned. All right, so first up, let's start off with the swing bullet list. So remember, the idea is I'm taking a bankroll and I'm turning it into $1 million somehow. And this one, we are doing a more reasonable goal of about 35% per trade. We're averaging around like 16 right now, but we can get a little bit more. I've decided to merge the 2 portfolios that I had prior. If people have been paying attention to those videos, I had 2 portfolios. I'm going to just put them all in one now. And I started off with a value of about 16K after those merging all of the profits that we had from before. So we're about 16K now, which is great. Okay, and we're going to find the next play to obviously try to make our 35%. We haven't found one yet, but we're looking very closely. And I'll show you the research that we've actually done. All right, next up, we can take a look at our SPAC Road to a Milli bullet. That hasn't had any changes yet. We're still holding on to IPOF warrants, and we're trying to make that into about $10 per warrant. And after that, we'll sell. And I'm very confident that's going to happen as soon as we get a definitive agreement, or at least rumors of a definitive agreement. All of the IPO A to Z stocks will skyrocket after that. You'll get IPOF and IPOD just rising up with the tide. So let's keep that in mind. Now, onto our portfolio. Did we make any plays? No, we did not, but we did sell out of PSAC if you missed it in the last video. And we did make a CCIV play prior. Like I said, we merged the portfolios, so nothing else has happened beyond that. Right now, we're profiting about 4K on our initial of about 11K. So, it's pretty good. We're up about, 40% already, just making these quick 10% plays here and there. So that's pretty good. Okay, and that wraps it up for the portfolio. Now let's take a look at the research that we've done and the plays that we will be making on these next upcoming hot SPACs. So we already went over the February 16th results and the February 17th. Like I said, we had AACQ as a call before it actually even came up on the radar of most people. And congrats to you if you got in it. I didn't actually play it myself, but that's okay. I'm glad for everybody else that did. And in our Discord chat, we're actually pointing out these play calls, and we leave it up to you to do your DD and everything like that. If you want to get into it, then feel free. Actually, we made another great call recently on I believe it was BRPA. So in BRPA, the warrants were very, very undervalued. They were about $7. And now up till today, they're actually hitting, let's take a look. Yeah, they're about 967. So you could have made an easy 35%, 40%. Actually, at one point, it was up to 1050. So you could have made 50%, which was incredible, honestly. What are our top 5 SPAC picks? We have CCIV still at the top. Our target price is 90. I would say that, buying in at 58, 55, 50 that's something that I'm probably going to do. It might be a little too expensive, especially if the definitive agreement is not announced and the merger is squashed. Then CCIV can actually fall to 10. So this is high risk, high reward kind of in this region. There could be an argument that you can actually play better stocks elsewhere and with lower downside. So what else do we have? We have BTWN. I made a video on this channel a long time ago. I still have the BTWN units. I bought them at about $19. So it's almost fair value at this point. But I'm going to be holding those until the merger announcement. And when it is announced, I bet that you have a 100% rise from there. So it's probably going to get up to 32, maybe even 35. That's the way that these SPACs have been going. And I believe that's going to happen as well. PSTH. It hit below 30 people, so I'm looking for a buy zone here. I might buy into a few shares, maybe 100 shares or something like that, and see if I can get it to double up. My target price is going to be about 75. It depends on who they choose as the merger target, but I really believe in Bill Ackman finding that unicorn that he's looking for. IPOF warrants, I mean, this is what I'm all about, so I don't think I need to say much here, but I'm going to be swinging it with the portfolio that has the 16,000. And we'll see if we can get a 30% bagger from there if it goes low enough. I'd say I want to buy it at 450. I say below 5 here, but I'm aiming for more for below 450. I think the warrants are a little overvalued right now comparatively to the underlying stock. And I think that's because people are expecting an announcement like I am. But remember, I have exposure to that in the SPAC Road to a Milli Challenge anyway, so I don't mind if it goes up. And finally, we have a new one, Ajax. I just pasted it in here. So Ajax, we want the price to be below $13, $12.50 to buy in. My target here is quite a bit because they have an insane management team. They're strategic advisors, and it's one thing to say strategic advisors and actually have a legit management team, but I really do believe that these advisors would be helping a lot in the SPAC because obviously they have a lot of stake on the line. So amazing lineup we have here. We have Steve Ells. He was the former executive chairman and CEO of Chipotle, so everybody loves that. And their stock took off huge, and they continued. And next up, you have the co-founder of Square. So again, I love Square, and it's great that Mr. James McKelvey is in on that. And then you have Kevin Systrom. He is actually co-founder of Instagram. So this strategic advising committee is incredible. And next up, you have Ann Wachowski. So she was the co-founder and CEO of 23andMe. I mean, that speaks for itself. And that's an incredible advisory team. I really do believe that the SPAC has a ton of connections in every single space here. You have the finance sector, you got genomics, you have social media. So they're definitely going to find a merger target soon, in my opinion. And I hope it's a good one. So I'm adding Ajax to the list, and I will be buying into it and scaling into it possibly soon. Hopefully we can get a 35% bagger or more. Okay, so that's it for me, Stock Bros. Those are the top 5 picks. We got IPOF, CCIV, PSTH, we have Ajax, and we have BTWN. So we're familiar with all of those if you've been following my channel, but those are the ones that I really do believe are going to find a SPAC target soon. And until next time, Stock Bros, let's make those gains.